Hello, Shatling. I just had a lovely and whimsical conversation in my server that lasted a long time, and the amount of whimsy and joy and optimism that was concentrated into that singular conversation was so inspiring that I decided I need to make a video about it. Or more specifically, a video about the thing that we were discussing. And a lot of what we were discussing was relationships. Relationship advice, staying positive, good things to keep in mind when you are navigating the world in the realm of relationships. And the thing that I want to focus on in this video is being single. Now, coming from a previous preeminent leader in the field of being single, I am a expert, a sort of veteran of being single. Of course, I'm not single anymore. I have my lovely femboy boyfriend. But before this, I was very familiar with being single, so this advice is coming to you not from a professional, but as a seasoned veteran of being single. When I asked my server which topics I should talk about in this video, one person, Reflex, mentioned how he's going on a streak right now of having 0 total relationships in the entirety of his duration on this planet, in this corporeal realm. And that got me thinking, and it's something that I really enjoy speaking about because I think being single, it has a bad reputation. It has a bad reputation. It's seen as a negative thing, like, oh, I can't pull. Oh, I don't have a girl. That's a way to phrase it, the terminology, I don't have a girl, that I hear frequently, but it goes in any direction. Just being single in general, no matter what gender you are going for. I think it's typically seen by a lot of people as a personal failure, like, I'm not good enough to have a partner. I'm not attractive enough, I'm not smart enough, why do I not have a partner? But I think we really shouldn't view being single as this terrible thing. Right off the bat, my opinion is, being single is a lovely opportunity to better yourself and work on yourself so that when you do end up finding someone, you can be a better partner. You can be more emotionally mature, more stable, more kind, more thoughtful. You have the chance to work on yourself, throw yourself into the Thunderdome, alright? Get messy with it. Learn these lessons in life without going through the hurt and the struggle of a relationship when you are not completely ready. Now, another thing that I believe is that you also learn a lot from going through messy relationships. But when you're single, you don't have to go through the hardship. You don't have to hurt someone else, be hurt by them. Relationships can get really messy. And I think, in my opinion, it's a beautiful thing to just be able to focus on yourself. Of course, I think relationships are beautiful as well. Again, have you seen my femboy boyfriend? Like, come on. Most beautiful Tunisian man in the world. But I do also think that being single is a wonderful opportunity that is often overlooked and often ignored. When you are single, you have all of that recreational time that might have gone to a partner, that might have been occupied by this stressful, turbulent relationship if 2 people are not ready. I say 2 people, but there are so many polyamorous people that watch my content. 2 or more people that aren't ready. Relationships can be messy. They can be very hurtful. And they can crash and burn if people aren't prepared, if people aren't mature, if people aren't ready to be caring and to be patient with another person. Like I said before, you can learn from bad relationships. Hell, ask me how I know. How many bad relationships did I have? Was it 2 or 3? And I learned a ton. I learned a ton. But you know what else happened? When I was single, I worked on myself. I went to the gym. I did a lot of reflection. I did a lot of observing my mental patterns. Trying to be better with people in general, not just a romantic partner, but trying to be emotionally mature and kind as much as possible to just anyone. My family, my friends, some random fast food worker that I'm ordering food from, everyone that I interact with, it's always a chance to practice. Every single interaction is a chance to practice. and I'm bettering myself while I'm single. And as a result, I am a more caring, more mature partner when it's go time. When the time is here, the time has come that I now have Dev. And I learned lessons from being single. I utilized that time to better myself, to focus on myself. I didn't see it as, oh, I'm lacking something. Oh gosh, why don't I have a boyfriend? I saw it as, I really like drawing. I'm going to spend some time drawing. You know what? I'm going to better myself. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to pick up running again. You know what? I'm going to work on myself. And I just took advantage of that time of being single because it's not a bad thing. Being single is not a bad thing. That being said, there's also the potential that you have some certain traits that are scaring away the hoes. Because another thing that was mentioned in the context of that conversation was looks maxing and thinking that you're not attractive enough for a partner. Now, I don't think that not being attractive enough is something anyone should worry about. I think everybody should be happy with who they are. They should be comfortable in their own skin. Everybody deserves to feel that way. I think the problem is the looks maxing community. And we were discussing this and we were saying oftentimes looks maxing is a negative. That's somebody that you look at and go, are they mentally okay? Is everything okay over there? Is that somebody that I want to get with romantically? Again, I think that everyone is beautiful. I think humanity is beautiful. I think our differences make us beautiful. And I think uniqueness should be celebrated. I think looks maxing is stupid and unhealthy. And what I said is that engaging in healthy routines, focusing on your physical health, which inevitably impacts your mental health, exercising, eating well, sleeping well, these are things that will actually benefit you so much more. Both your physical, actually, all of the following, your physical health, your mental health, and your likelihood of finding a partner. Because when you invest in yourself and you put in that energy to be better, you exercise, which makes you physically healthier, also makes you mentally healthier. There are so many studies that I've read to back that up. Everything from depression to sleep. Like, exercise helps with so much. In addition to just making you more physically fit, which may improve your chances of finding that person that you have in mind, that love interest, that person that's going to make you feel special. And you're approaching this with a different perspective. It's not, I'm ugly, I need to change myself to fit this societal beauty standard because I'm not good enough, so I have to do all of these obsessive things to make myself perfect. That's just a really heartbreaking mentality. And I would argue that you are not becoming healthier because of it. When you engage in such obsessive thinking, like the fucking canthal tilt bone mashing, what are we talking about? That is not going to improve your mental health. I would argue it would make it worse. What does improve your mental health and actually makes you more physically healthy, which again may increase your chances of finding a partner, is just doing healthy things, exercising, eating well, sleeping, like I said. It's like looks maxing, but the good version, the whimsical, happy, nice version of looks maxing, where it actually benefits you in so many different areas. So to kind of tie it back into the topic of being single, I think people often fall into this doom spiral of, oh, I'm so horrible, nobody likes me, I'm not good enough, I need to looks max, I need to do what the internet is telling me to do, I'm not good enough, I'm never gonna find a partner, this is terrible, it's all my fault. And that's just such a sad mindset that I don't think is true. I don't think it's true. It's important to reflect. Maybe you do have some flaws that you would benefit from resolving, from working on. Self-improvement is always a good thing. But rampant pessimism and self-hatred is not. And I would say that it is so much more beneficial and freeing to focus on what you can control. Focus on bettering your health and do it for you. Don't do it for this imaginary person that you need to please because you're not good enough, and if you would only just do this, then you would get a partner. If you do it for yourself, it will result in much more fulfillment. that is my advice to you. Being single is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you're ugly and terrible and no one likes you. Not at all. And it is also extremely beneficial to just focus on your own health. It's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit your chances of finding a partner. But even aside from that, like I said, it's going to benefit you. And at the end of the day, you should improve for you. You should strive to be a better person, not just because you want to get a partner, but also because you want to be a better person. And because your health directly impacts how you perceive every single day, how you experience the world. And I think we should all strive for more whimsy and more positivity, and just overall being better to ourselves. Holy rant! That was super long. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. I love discussing this. Also, let me know if you have any other topics related to relationships that you would like me to talk about. I had a lot of fun doing this video, and I think I'm going to do like 4 more psychological relationship advice rants, because I talked about only 2 messages, but I screenshotted like 6. So, you're going to be seeing me again pretty soon talking about something similar. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to be kind to yourself and take care of yourself, and follow my Twitch. Okay? And once again, I'm not a professional, and I'm always open to academic discussion. Please, if you disagree or agree with anything, let me know. Alright? Okay. Bye, twin. Mwah.